Good day, people. How you doing? Thank you for joining me in the Fassst Lane. You know this is the legendary Jay Mack. We're going through some of the dreams I had, and as you know, these first ones were, well, I did not intend to do a YouTube channel, so I did a horrible job recording the first set of dreams. So forgive me. So I'm just doing them. I was trying to organize it by date. I'm sorry. Now, I had a dream where it was at night time. And Minister Stephen says, when you have a dream at night, that's witchcraft. So I had to rebuke the time of day also. Now, I was in a 3-story house on the 3rd floor. Minister Stephen did a video on the house and what each section represents. From the state of the house, where the dream took place in the house, where were you in the house in the dream, and the state of the house. You have to check that out. I'm going to put the link in the description box or the comment section. Now, I was in a 3-story house, and so I was living in a 3-story house. It was nighttime, and I was in the attic on the 3rd floor, or the 3rd floor or the attic. It was a 3-story house. There were clouds, and a storm was coming. I rebuked that too. I rebuked the storm on the horizon and the night. And I thank God for the house, because it was a big sturdy house made of stone. And I was on the 3rd floor. The top floor, 3rd floor attic. I can tell you why. Now, I went to the front of my door, the front of the house on the 3rd floor, and looked down. And I saw these 3 wolves come into the house. Anyway, they started to come to the door, then they turned back around and left. That was a good dream, even though it was a bad dream. But the good thing was, I don't know if you ever heard the saying, when there's a man in the house, the wolves don't come to the door. To me, that's why it was a good dream. Now, I still thank God for the house, the size of the house, the perspective I had to be up on the 3rd floor, which is another symbolic good thing for the bird's eye view. And for the wolves who tried to come to the door but turned back for some reason. And of course, I rebuked the night, the cloudiness, because it obscured the moon. So it's a double darkness. Plus, there was a storm on the horizon. I've been on a fast after that. I think maybe 3 days. I either did a 3-day fast or a 24-hour fast, or a 12-hour fast for 3 days. Because that was symbolic. The beast was coming to the door, but they couldn't. They turned back before they even came to the door. Alright, I even said that. I got up and decided to stay on the... Oh, I was on the fast. I stayed on the fast. I stayed on the fast I was on. And I think I did more fast. Because I may have been on a 3-day fast or a 24-hour fast. Excuse me. People, fasting, make sure you consult with your physician, is going to unleash and expose the Lord. It's going to be a good thing. As bad as this dream appears to be, it's still good. Because I was on the top floor. So that means I had a good perspective to see far away. So my nose isn't so close to the trees I can't see the forest. Alright, I did that. No, next dream. Oh, yeah. I had this dream, and I was wearing black and white. It was black and white at night. I rebuked the darkness in that. And let me tell you why it was darkness. I was in brand new shoes, and water was coming out of the ground under my feet, but it was like from a sewage. But my shoes weren't getting wet. So I thank the good Lord for that. But of course, I rebuked that. The night, because it was at night. And I was wearing all black, so I kind of rebuked that too. And yeah, I own black and white sneakers. They were Adidas, the Run DMC joints. So sorry about that. Some people passed by. Anyway, I rebuked that dream because it was nighttime. It was dark. I was wearing black, and I had on black and white Run DMC Adidas. But I also thank God because my shoes didn't get wet. Plus, I was on top of it, even though I was standing on it. It was a dream. It's hard to explain. I knew just what it meant. The nonsense is flowing, but it's not affecting me like how it used to. Now, I had another dream after that. I don't know if I woke up and rebuked that and went back to sleep and had this dream. But anyway, the feces that were coming out of the ground meshed with the ocean, and it was flowing, and it was flowing to an island. And I don't know if I was moving with the water or I was able to see, but the feces that mixed in the water in the ocean, it moved with the ocean, but it didn't mix. It stayed on top, and it went to an island and to a graveyard. And I'm like, what? But then it dawned on me. Bang, bang. Now, it dawned on me what was going on. I rebuked that. And why this was significant to me, I remember when I was 10 years old, a young lady, for some reason, she wanted something I had, and I told her no. And she got angry, and she said, tonight, I go in to the graveyard and get graveyard dust, and I can pour it on your shadow, your shoes, or your name. Something to that effect. And she said, you can die in your sleep tonight. Of course, you know, that scared me. But oh God, when I woke up in the morning. Now, I already bind and rebuke that spirit, that nonsense right there, many times. That was my first interaction with evil and dealing with the beasts and the witches of Endor and the workers of darkness and iniquity. When I had this dream about the water, the feces flowing out of the ground, on the ocean, to an island, and to a graveyard, I remember what she said. You put graveyard dust on me. And I remember Minister Ewan talk about how when people go to the witch of Endor, the spirit would tell the witch of Endor to tell the person who went to them to go to the graveyard, dig up dirt from the graveyard, or bury something in the graveyard. Then I understand, I know who sold me to the beast. This is the second person that sold me to the beast. Now, I had another dream where I was swimming in water. Now, Mr. Ewing says, like, that's witchcraft. I trust the man. So I rebuked that dream. And I thank God for revealing that dream to me, because then that's revealing how deep I've been tied into this nonsense. Now, the next dream I had, I mind you, all this at one time, you know. Your boy was hardly getting any sleep. Anyway, I looked, I don't even know how this happened. There was just a dream with a bucket of water that's so clear, crystal clear. But in the middle of it was feces, like a Snickers bar floating on top. And that puzzled me. I was like, what the hell is this? And like Mr. Ewing said, when I looked it up, people say, oh, that's a good dream. That's about money, you know. And I'm trying to figure out how a dream like that and would represent money. I couldn't believe it. But thankfully he did I watched a video of his concerning that. And I was able to go and rebuke that dream. I rebuked it, but now I rebuke it on another level because I understand. Plus, I realized I was told the wrong thing about that being money. Because I couldn't figure out how feces and crystal clear water means money. Well, anyway, I rebuked that dream. And then I rebuked this whole thing. Lord. Anyway, I've been on a rebuking fast after this night. So that's about it, people. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you being here in the Fassst Lane with me. Thank you. Goodbye.